All right, welcome to Eve Online. I'm Major Freak. Just taking a deep dive into, well, two shitty things that haven't really come to fruition yet. Remember walking in stations? Well, yeah, that's never going to happen. Why is it never going to happen? Because it's never been Hilmar's vision for Eve. His vision for Eve is to fritter away the sovereign wealth that's the revenue. I don't know a technical term for it, but the revenue collected from us to them, CCP, is frittered away into these little trendy IP things he's going on in this FPS obsession he's had for decades, and not into walking in stations. Oh, you say, oh no, the captain's cabin, blah blah blah. The captain's quarters and blah blah blah. No, that was him draining away the time of talented programmers in those little offshoots to work on his little baby Eve, so he could get record articles in PC Gamer. He's obsessed with that. So all that time, he's never once thought, oh, hey, wouldn't that be cool if we reinvested that revenue into making Eve better? And like many other games, for instance, you've rewritten their code from scratch twice over for free. A couple of, and I think it's Star Trek Online that's done it. Anyways, and these are the games that you can have with planetary landings. Elite Dangerous comes first to mind. No Man's Sky is pretty cool, but I think that's a single player thing. I'm not sure if you can play with other players. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't matter. These are the games that are doing it. The last time it was done in Eve was an excuse to blame us for shooting an Amari in Amar. Wasn't there. I was inactive at the time, but a whole bunch of people shot fireworks at the Amar station's statue, and we got blamed as a convenient scapegoat for giving pink slips to everybody. Of course, the people who got the pink slips knew exactly what the hell was going down. Yeah, shitty investments that lead to nothing, that make his company look a tastier target for other investors, because Hilmar just wants that line to go up, and that's mostly why he's obsessed with NFTs. See, he's very ambitious as a CTO. He's never a good CEO. He was hired as a CTO and chief technology officer, right? So trendy IPs are his thing, and he's never given up. And he totally is deluded into thinking that he can sell to bigger investors. And Pearl Abyss is an example of people who were smart enough to say, hey, we're going to give you $250 million conditional on those little trendy IPs you have frittered away your money on are going to come to fruition, which they didn't. I believe they either Valkyrie and all the other stuff disappeared, like they quietly shuffled it under the rug. Look, this tiny little announcement. Yeah, August 2001. No, sorry, 2021 or 2022, sometime. It was very quiet. And of course, their new FPS thing, Project London or something. I don't know. It's a symptom of the disease, the delusion, and it's sad because they'll paint this glorious picture, and look, like for example, skins. Look, can we have a green skin for like various simple primary colors for the ships? It'd be great to have the ability to have, a solid, dependable way of. We play with multiple characters, right? A lot of us do, and the idea is ship identification for yourself quickly to remember which character you're looking at, because when we're focusing in the middle of the screen, it's kind of hard to go, oh, okay, it's that character, right? It's got to be quick, right? I mean, this game I touted as a screensaver with a built-in chat function. Guys, let's not fool ourselves. It's literally what it is. But yeah, there are times when you need to know who you're staring at right then to make a split decision, because it can, it's 95% boredom, 5% screaming, howling terror. So you need to be able to, and plus when you're switching between characters and who's doing what and what location do you remember your guy is at, and situational awareness, and it's helpful, right? They introduced skins back in the 2010s, the early 2010s, and they have not really iterated it on. This is what they've iterated on. They've given us alliance emblems and corporate emblems, and the old skins are just, oh yeah, legacy mode, and it's like, why hasn't this been iterated on? I mean, kids these days aren't interested in yeeting through shipcasters. They're glorified landmarks now, and that stupid new thing Zarzmat or whatever, that's a shipcaster, and that's going to be a landmark. Nobody's going to use it. And it's just misunderstanding the player base, because they are bored of skins. The CCP is bored of skins. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Go on a new exciting thing, and it's like, to hype at Fanfest or to hype to their investors. And it's like, wait, that's not the way to think. I mean, look at the freaking No Man's Sky. It's an indie developers team of like 14 people, right? They've probably got more by now, but just think about it. They're planetary landings, No Man's Sky, Elite Dangerous planetary landings. These guys? No, it's boring. Oh, that's 2012. And it's like, oh, look, well, yeah, we need being obsessed by first-person shooters. But the promises these idiots trot out confuses everybody. I mean, the last time I paid attention to this, and this is why it's a deep dive. I'm just deep dive, yeah, scratching the frickin' surface. Back in Fanfest 2022, the Rat talked up a big frickin' game about, the kill mark holograms, ship skins, area dyes, and glows, logos, blah, 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 all this stuff. And you're like, wow, this is really cool. This is personalization. This looks really neat. Skins just one small part of it. Wow, this is really neat. It was all bullshit. I mean, have you guys seen your Killmark holograms in space yet? Have you seen the other crap they promised? Well, remember, this is Fanfest. It was funny because I've been watching these videos and trying to figure out where the hell, I was looking for this. And one of the quips I said was, this is shit they come up with every month in the graphics department to keep their jobs. And this is they're just throwing shit at the wall every month. This is what they have currently to throw against the wall. I'm curious, do you guys have Killmark holograms currently? Because I ain't seeing anything but this two. And it's like, well, that's a switch from what we were looking at, at Fanfest. So, I mean, we don't have the time to, who has the time to just scratch the surface on this fact check, this bullshit from CCP all the time? And we get, you get fooled by, it's like, I don't want to come across as ungrateful for all the great things CCP supposedly has going on, but it's mostly just smoke and mirrors. And when you scratch the surface, you're, well, that doesn't look anything like this. Good going, CCP rat, and burger. Jesus. Oh, clap. Oh, you're not clapping. Please clap. Ugh. Very aggressive about it. It's very wild. And it gives you an insight as the truth of the Atlanta guy's expose about the sweaty meetings. Who yells the loudest gets the oil. These people are aggressively trying to get enthusiasm for something, and it's like that's how things get done at CCP. Their immersion. No, it's not our immersion. It's their feeling of forcing us to watch their cutscenes, which is immersion. Right? It's oh, we're bored of skins. No. The players aren't bored of skins. You're bored of skins. It's like the kids these days. They're not interested in eating. They're interested in skins. Like my nephew will spend real hard cash on skins in a game. I'm like, and he's spending time away from playing the game to play around with costumes, skins, and all this stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is, to me, it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's the new generation or anything, but they're not interested in yeeting through shipcasters. They're interested in skins. But when you look at the ability to go, oh, I want to buy a skin. Oh, it's not available, and it's not available in the New Eden store. It's just not available. You've got a combination of brown, gray, black, and it's like, what the flying. I would love very much to be able to access through the market or through some other interface to get dependable, like this is high resolution. I'm getting colors in high resolution for most of this stuff. You get your white, you get your black, you get your gray, you get your brown, you get, but where's like Valkyrie Glory? Okay. Oops. It's like, is it available? Can I get it? That's like what, $50? Hard cash? What the? Just to get a simple yellow, right? And can I get that for, like, I'd like four characters, each with a different color that I can easily identify. That's not like a monotone color of the same type. I'd like a definitive different color for each of my characters. And sometimes sometimes you can find it, but most times you can't. And it's really incredibly bizarre that I can't just go, these are the unique skins that you can get in a game, but you can also purchase, say, Paragon points or something for, your basic red, green, blue stuff, right? That would be great. That would be awesome. But they don't have that, and you wonder that, like, they go, oh, it's so difficult. It's like, and you got 150 people on your dev team you brag about, and freaking these guys have like 24 probably at the moment, right? It's like, you idiots are forcing us to pay subscription, whereas this is a one-time purchase. I think these are all one-time purchases, right? I mean, Elite Dangerous has some expansions, right? But it's like, don't even go, this is vaporware. I'm not even going to mention Star Citizen, right? It's just not worth even. Star Citizen, vaporware. Thank you very much. End of story. I've always had that. I'll never be convinced otherwise, because you just look at the evidence. And the evidence for Eve is clear. He loves his vaporware. He's got his base game of Eve Online, and he's investing in vaporware to pump up his stock prices so he looks good to future investors. So he can... I don't know, he's just an idiot. But yeah, it's baked into the contract of Pearl Abyss. He can't be fired from the CEO position, which should have been the first thing that happened. Yeah, totally. clean sweep. Get rid of the idiots in marketing who are running the place and actually have programmers who know what the hell they're doing. Or at least know a little bit about the game. And that immersion is not forcing us to watch cutscenes, and interaction, it is not forcing us to accept your bullshit. It's like, hello, we'd like immersion, the feeling of immersion. A lot of us do. At least I do. I mean, personally, it's all about immersion to me. If it's not immersive, and if it doesn't make sense, I want to know why it doesn't make sense. And that's what my videos are about. Just like, why? Like, why the... Like, okay, I get emblems, but skins, but I get the same shitty choices for skins. And I've got 2 emblems, which I can get from... I haven't even bothered, honestly. Okay, great, you got a corporate emblem and an alliance emblem. Great. But beyond that, it's like, okay, that's neat, but that's cute. And if you're all piled up on top of each other, it looks neat if you're hanging at a gate, but otherwise, you know? Yeah, it's pretty funny. And I wonder, give me a sec. I'm sure the emblem is simply the icon of that you submitted to EVE Online for your alliance, right? Which is cool. That'd be neat. I do like the one I designed with help from a friend who actually knew what the hell he was doing. Yeah, erroneous too. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. In we go. I really have to tone down my graphics. There's no way my computer can handle 10 clients going at once with the max graphics. But this is low graphics, great. Okay. Open this up. Yeah, one of my Steam client. Sorry, I run the launcher through Steam, so I track my online times. But this one is a different profile. Where is it? Manage launch groups. No, that's not it. You have to go into the user settings, and then select client profile from the user settings, and you can select a profile that it's not a launch group. It's a client profile that will group your settings, your graphics settings, and all that stuff. It's kind of neat. Kind of confusing currently to explain because now they have these launch groups, so it's kind of frustrating. But whatever. I haven't tried the new beta. What is it? It's still in beta, the new launch window? Whatever. Who cares? Anyways, going on swiftly. Yeah, I've got one character in the high quality and the rest of them in the low qual, the other profile and client profile, and it's handy. It keeps all my guys, most of my guys at low quality, and that one I keep it high. Blah 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 blah. Anyways. All right, so yeah, as you can see, the low quality. Sometimes you'll get the proper colors, but other times you'll just get like gray, like nothing. There's no, it's weird, isn't it? Is they've not iterated on that. It's like, why did you make a lot of these skins just monochromatic gray and white and black when you could have actually took the time to say, oh, okay, the lower quality has the color of the high quality, but none of the other bells and whistles, which is, after 20 years, it's kind of like, what the, this is the bread and butter of your game. It should be. Because a lot of people that are not millennials like skins. Hello. Anyways, so emblems, there it is. So, yeah, totally. Yeah, that'd be neat. But yeah, I've never talked to a Paragon agent once. It's just, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Like, seriously. Like, I'm a player who doesn't group up and camp gates or go in fleet actions because I'm not part of the blobs to, impress my fellows. I just, I don't get it. But the rest of you guys probably are excited about the emblems you can put on your ships now, which is cool. Gotta admit that, right? But anyways, yeah, that's it. It's actually detrimental to us to pay attention to Fanfest because it's 90% bullshit, and it's a way for CCP to go, oh, you're complaining about this? Well, you're just ungrateful. And it's like, no, actually, you hype this up to insane levels, and we should rightly be complaining about your bullshit at Fanfest, but it's like, caveat emptor. Oh, right, we should have been fact checking this all along because it prevents me from talking about this stuff. That I don't want to sound ungrateful. That maybe there is hologram kill marks in the game now, and I just don't take part in that kind of thing, so I wouldn't know. And it's kind of strange because I've got the feeling that I haven't, like, just because I can't Google it currently and see somebody showing off their kill marks, like, how about a PvP player? Like, I'm sure they have, like, I don't think Bjorn B is, he's a CCP employee now. I don't think he's, like, actually actively streaming anymore, right? But yeah, I don't follow those types. It's just not interesting to me. But yeah, I'm curious. It's like, I would love to tear CCP a new one for totally lying to us about this pie in the sky bullshit, what they usually do. And maybe it's actively in the game. But I'm going to make you a bet that it was all bullshit. Just like their living universe in 2022, right? Their living universe, is just a bunch of crap. How Rattenberger were talking up a storm about how you'd see other players in your upwell, you see their ships and their skins. Wow, really cool. And then Aurora came on and quietly warned us that no, that's not going to happen right now. And then, of course, Berger immediately after she said that came up and walked back his talking point. God, the office politics must be brutal there. I hope she sticks around. She's great. Just because she just seems genuine and she gets it. She gets that our immersion and our interest in the game are completely divorced with what CCP thinks, right? Just because CCP is bored with something and wants to drop it, it's usually the opposite of what we want. And when they think something is immersive, it to us is just straight jacketed, watch our cutscene kind of thing. So, yeah, just I wonder what kind of psych profile Hilmar and his people have, but it's pretty much Trumpian, that's for sure. Yeah. God damn it. Well, at least they've got a new thing to latch onto instead of Gordon Gecko, because that was vomit-inducing. Yeah. Yes, the Summer of Rage. That's why the Winter of Rage, when they raised the prices, never worked, because CCP was never influenced by the Summer of Rage. They just used it as a scapegoat, and it's not that Winter of Rage could be used as a scapegoat for anything. Yeah. So that's why they didn't pay attention to it, because they never did. Yeah. Yeah, but whatever, just, I mean, if I come back to the game, what I'll be doing, I'll probably be blowing up some fobs, right? I should really. I've got 10 active Omega accounts right now. I should get in the game and have some fun blowing up fobs. But to me, I love mining. And I'd love to get into it, but I don't want to deal with nullsec, and I don't want to deal with wormholes, and I don't want to deal with the abyss. It's just way too nomadic for me. I like calling a place a home and living in it. Just very, yeah, I've lived in this area of space, God, since 2008. Even longer. Jesus, 2004. Yeah. Probably even earlier. I think I was playing around the space in beta. Yeah. Yeah. Just bizarre. And I really like a simple selection of skins. It's probably, almost 10 years now that they've had skins in the game. Yeah, it's like, hey, here's your new skins, NFT skin. Like, oh, shoot me now. Yeah, Jesus. God help us if CCP actually has the stupidity to invite a third party NFT company to. Hopefully the Filipinos have figured out their mistake the last time it happened, and they'll probably sucker in some other third world country to try it, right? Jesus. Yeah.